This lesson is for the Bob Dylan song Knocking on Heaven's Door. It's a fairly easy song. It's got 4 chords in it, which are fairly straightforward open string chords. So there's no bar chords involved or anything like that. So the first chord is a G major, which is this chord here. The next chord is a D major chord, which basically sounds the best if you just play the 4 strings on the guitar from the top 4 strings, as we say, with the top string always being the highest string of the highest pitch, the one near the floor. So starting from the D string in the middle here, we play the 4 strings for the D major chord. It's what I like to call the triangle chord position there with you. You make a little triangle pattern with your fingers there to actually play that chord. The next chord in the song is an A minor chord, which is like so. It's basically playing the 5 strings, starting from the A string and then basically all the other strings up from that, which is this chord. This is basically the same position that you'd also play for an E major chord, which uses all 6 strings, except you just move it up 1 string, which again means moving it down towards the floor side, like so. And the last chord in the song is a C major. Now, the difference between, say, an A minor chord and a C major chord is simply moving your ring finger from the position on the 2nd fret on the G string to the 3rd fret on the A string. And again with this chord, just play the 5 strings, starting with the C note here on the A string, like so, and there's your C major chord. So there's the 4 chords in the song. They're played, basically there's also a rhythm that involves with this song. The actual song's what they call 4/4 time, which means there's 4 beats to the bar. And there's a couple of ways of looking at the rhythm. I'll just show you a basic rhythm for the tune, which is basically a down up strumming pattern. So this is how the sort of the pattern would go in terms of the strumming, and we do the same strumming on every single chord. So I'll just play it on the G chord for the moment. So it's down, 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 up, down, 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 up, which also relates to in terms of counting that as you might develop your playing as you go through, in terms of counting out the beats as well. The rhythm is also can be counted out in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, and also adding in the 8th notes into that count is like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so in this case you'd end up with a rhythm that sounds like this if we count it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So you can see I'm doing the up on the end, which is what's called on the offbeat at the end of the bar. So with the song we'll keep it fairly simple and we'll do the same rhythm for every single chord. So the structure of the song with those 4 chords I mentioned before starts with the G chord, which has 1 bar. So it basically means you have the down, 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 up pattern, and then we change to the D chord as the next chord, which is again with 4 strings with the same pattern, down, 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 up, and then the next chord is A minor, and we do this twice. It has 2 bars, so down, 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 up, down, 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 up, and then we go back to the G chord, 1 bar of G, down, 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 up, then D, down, 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 up, and then 2 bars of C, which is the last chord that we'll look at again, and down, 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 up, down, 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 up. So here's the song. I'll just play it through in the sequence of the chords all together. Here we go. And that's basically it for the entire song. The verses and the chorus are the same chords. So hopefully you've learned something today and have fun playing the tune. See ya.